He was arrested for a murder that hadn't even happened yet. Detective Mason Carter thought he had seen every kind of cold case. But the file on Ethan Cole didn't make sense. Ethan had been arrested in 2001 for the murder of a woman named Claire Donovan. There was only one problem. Claire was still alive. Mason double-checked the records. The arrest report was real, the charges were real, even the conviction, later overturned, was real. But Claire Donovan had been found alive in 2003, 2 years after Ethan was imprisoned. So how do you convict a man for killing someone who wasn't dead? Mason reopened the case. Ethan Cole had been a quiet mechanic. No criminal record, no history of violence. But one night, police found him standing outside Claire's apartment building covered in blood. The blood wasn't hers. It belonged to a man who had been stabbed nearby, an unknown attacker who later died in hospital. Witnesses claimed Ethan had been acting strange for weeks, saying things like, "She's already gone. I just haven't done it yet." That was enough for the jury. Guilty. But when Mason tracked down Claire Donovan, she was very much alive and terrified. She told him the truth. In 2001, she had been involved in a dangerous relationship with a man named Victor Hale, a violent criminal who controlled her life. She had planned to escape him and disappear. But Victor found out. The night Ethan was arrested, Claire had been hiding in a motel, preparing to run. Victor attacked her there. Ethan had never been stalking Claire. He had been stalking Victor because Ethan had been Claire's childhood friend, and he had been trying to protect her for years. That night, Ethan followed Victor to the apartment building, hoping to stop him. Instead, he arrived too late. Victor had already been killed in a struggle with another man, someone Claire had never even known existed. Ethan was found at the scene holding the weapon Victor had used. And because Claire was missing, presumed dead, the police built the only story that made sense. A killer, a stalker, a murderer. But the truth was far more tragic. Ethan had been trying to save her and failed. When Mason finally brought Claire and Ethan together after 23 years, Ethan was a broken man. He had spent half his life in prison for a crime that never happened. Claire stood in front of him, shaking. "I thought you hated me," she whispered. Ethan looked at her for a long moment. Then he said quietly, "I never stopped trying to find you, even when I was locked in a cell."